Good evening to you all. Once again, good evening to you all, folks. And basically, here is the most absolute phenomenon. So, yes. Dun, dun, dun. Totally apologize for what happened earlier. And here we go. So, just if haven't take a look, if you haven't get a chance to see my one-on-one interview with my dear friend Adam today, please do so and yes, share this around. Parlor, Twitter, Facebook, whatsoever. And also share this with your friends. Share it around. Make sure to share this around. Oh, sorry about that. Not really apologize. Share this around. But anyways, I totally apologize for that little thing. Uh, yes. Share it around with your friends. Share it around social media. Make sure to spread the message around. But either of it, my usual thing, believe nothing what the government says. Believe nothing what the fake news says. They're not your friend. They're not there for you. Be a critical thinker and think for yourself. Ask questions. Do your own research. Enough of it. Let's get to the special music here.
Matt and Megan felt stuck with their phone company, but since switching to public mobile,
This is just
where
an
there's no
advertisement.
commitments, no contracts, and no hidden fees, they're free to feel the love again.
Just an advertisement. Don't mind that. There you go. There. Okay, right back here. So, once again, good evening to you all, folks. So, the most of thing here is here we go. So, yes, of course. So, how you guys doing? And let's get to it, shall we? J and W Foods. That's 2201 Grimley Road, Unit 1, Scarborough, Ontario. Which is one stop, which is one stop after Brimley and Shepherd. It is that's 416-298-1350. And I can tell you as of right now, this is my number one recommended place and you have to go for grocery shopping. It is such a very, very friendly environment. They don't violate any rights there. They actually respect rights. They don't discriminate. Unlike Costco, Crapitar. Speaking of Crapitar, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean by Crapitar. It, you know it. If you don't know, then let me just basically point it out for you. Crapitar, which is so yes. Crapitar meaning is yes, Canadian tar. Canadian tar. That's the most equal of it. The most equal of it, yes, Crapitar. Crapitar equals Canadian tar. So let's get to it once again. So yes, as you can see it there, Chris Sky. Uh yes, Chris Sky is. I'm not pretty sure take a listen us what he's about to say here.
Canadians are the most weakest people on planet Earth. I'm going to say it straight. If you weren't weak, we wouldn't be in this mess. I made Mothers Against Distancing, my nonprofit. Why? Because I know the fastest and best way to wake somebody up is by using their children. And a mother's bond with their child is stronger than all this propaganda they're disseminating. A mother knows their child shouldn't be in a mask 10 hours a day inside and outside at school. A mother knows the social distancing and all that is psychological trauma. So I'm seeing mothers standing up. What am I seeing from men? I'm seeing men shun me. I'm seeing men say put on a mask. I'm seeing men put masks on their families. You know what you guys are? You're losers. If you're a man and you put a mask on your wife and children, you are a loser. Look at yourself in the mirror and repeat after me. I am a loser. Canadians are the most weakest.
So there you go. And I think that should be a wake up call to you all. And if you can see it there, how you know it, the Philippine Regional Police kick Chris Guy out. Oh yes, for what reason? Here's the reason why. Here's see Chris Guy saying there because I had been roasting that one cop for like 20 minutes straight and he was ready to fucking explode. Lol, wait till you watch the rebel video. He brought it on himself though. Uh, oh boy. Uh, oh boy. See, when you kind of, roast them, they're gonna be exploding for sure. Look at this. The most two ugly, yep, the most two ugliest people ever. Eileen Devilla and John Tory. But they're gonna suffer the consequences in the end for sure. 100% for sure. That's how they do the whole shit. That's alright. If if you haven't particularly seen it, they're the most, most pathetic persons in GTA. And of the truth here, they're the most very pathetic persons in whole Canada, aside from Trudeau. Yes, aside from Trudeau, because basically here, uh, when you actually think about it, uh, you know, when you actually think about it, uh, yes, when you actually think about all this whole the shenanigans, but think, uh, but anyways, enough of it, and let's move out to it. This is the most absolute fascinating fascinating thing. Have you been wondering why? Of course, it will be so funny when you hear how if you see and hear how the Pentagon reacted about Tucker Carlson. Because basically, Tucker Carlson looks the Pentagon and the Pentagon saying, "Oh, he's basically attacking us." Wait. Because what I can tell you, not only Pentagon is doing it, but this, woke generals, and I think US is slow. I think the United States is slowly losing their military to the due to this. woke madness, this woke madness politics. I don't know. Because I can tell you right now, uh, that that's what that thing that wasn't that thing doesn't happen during President Trump's in office. When he was still in office, that thing didn't happen. Uh, the most thing uh, can tell you that yes, of course. I can tell you right now, the Pentagon is not kind of overreacting when it comes to some issues, like when it comes to woke madness politics. Like the Pentagon is not that overreactive during President Trump's time in office, but ever since sleeping Joe Biden came to White House, this whole thing began. So let's see how this war. Let's let's see how little this little war between Tucker Carlson and the Pentagon goes. Let's see how it will goes. Because like basically, naman, yes, basically the Pentagon is the one who's overreacting to this. Like they just over. I think they just uh overreacting because kind of Tucker Carlson hurts their feeling and Tucker Carlson offended the Pentagon. And I think that's what's driving them so much. Because when it comes to leftists, they got offended, like they're gonna be overreacting. Of course. We already know how this thing works. Because basically if you're leftist, if you if you're leftist and got offended, of course. You're gonna do everything, including cancel culture and stuff. You're gonna even trying, you're gonna be on force trying to cancel the person that hurt your, like, you're gonna be on full force on canceling the person that offended you, that hurt your feelings. And like I said yesterday, just to be clear, to be make myself clear here. All right. Just to basically, yes, just to basically, just to be basically clear here. I will keep making myself clear when it's come to this, when it's come to my show, and personally, I don't care if I offended you, I don't care if I hurt your feeling just because you don't agree on what I'm putting out. I don't care about your woke. I don't care about your woke madness, politics, your cancel culture. I don't care about your beings. Alright? I don't give a single damn thing. Oh, I offended you and hurt your feelings. Oh, sorry. No! No, no, no. If you think that if you're gonna be expecting for that thing to happen on when you know, if you're just gonna go and expect me to just uh, say, oh, I offended you, I hurt your feelings just because I said things that you don't agree with. I'm sorry for offending you, for hurting your feelings. Never. You can wish it, but that thing will never happen. Because I can tell you, as of right now, I'm not gonna apologize for that kind of thing. No, it's not my style. And there's no way. Yes, there's no way I'm gonna bow down and just apologize, but bow down to your wokeness, like woke madness. No, 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 no. If you if you wish like if you're wishing that you're gonna get your way with me, and if if you're wishing also to you know get me to apologize for basically hurting for offending you and hurting your feelings for pouring out things that you totally disagree with, that you're kind of sensitive with. No. You can wish that thing for a million years, but that will never happen. Not a single one. Because I don't give a single damn thing. Alright? So, better luck next time because I can tell you there's yeah, absolutely no way you're gonna get your freaking thing with me. And I only say this once, yes. That I making myself clear right now that I don't give a single damn thing. Alright? That's the most damn thing that you can ever wish for. Because me, nah, you can kiss your ass good, you can shove it up your ass. You can kiss your freaking thing. I don't care. Why? This is my show, and what I do here is put out truth and put out some best commentary that I can do. So, yes, good luck on trying to cancel me, yes. Good luck with your efforts. If you're gonna go ahead, yes, let me tell you this. If you're gonna go and try to cancel me with your freaking woke madness thing, uh, good luck with it. Because you're not gonna win. You're not gonna win. You- You're not gonna win with it. No, absolutely not. You're not gonna win with it. If you're really thinking that you're gonna win, no. Because in the end, I'm gonna be the one who's gonna be in victory against you. Yes, because in the end, I'm gonna win against your. Yep, I'm gonna win against cancel culture and woke madness. See the media part, eh? See the.
Tonight, the media party discovers that people don't trust them, and they blame the people. It's February 22nd, and this is the Ezra Levant Show.
See, when they learned that the media party, aka the media mob, particularly when they learned the hard way that like when they see the very harsh reality and they learn the hard way. Yep, the very hard way, and they learn the infamous thing. Yes, talking about uh yes, talking about really talking about it, the fake news. They will certainly blame anyone and everyone except for themselves. And we know that they've fallen from grace. They've totally fallen from grace. They've totally become a disgrace. And hold on, folks. I'll be right back here. Well, I'm back, folks. Here's what I can guarantee you. If they're gonna continue lying, the more people will gonna be aware of their lies. Then guess what? The ratings will be crashing down up to the trash can, just like what happened with CNN. But whose fault it is? Their fault. Because I'm pretty much sure they know. I'm pretty much sure they know what's gonna happen to them if the yes. I'm pretty much sure they know what happened to them once the people lose their trust on them. if you've been asking what thing that can happen to them, yes. Here is let me tell you here's the most number one thing can happen. They can kiss their ass goodbye, meaning they won't survive. They're, gon- they're gonna be closed down for sure. And not only that, not only that, when the second thing can happen is uh they can they can you know they're gonna be totally defunded. People more and the third thing can also happen is uh people people will stop listening to their lies. Yeah, more they're gonna basically unplug their cable, remove their cables. Like they're not gonna watch this fake news anymore. They're just gonna move to alternative sources.
Out.
But like I said, they choose it themselves. They want it. They're the one who's asking for it. By how? By putting out by lying to the people, by putting hit pieces and lies, smear campaigns. So basically, what I can tell you as of right now, there's still many people watching the media party, aka the fake news media, which is unfortunate. Yeah, because the media party is so willing to defend Trudeau, not only defend but protect him. So when you think about it, uh, when you actually think about it, how wonderful it is. But no, it's not very wonderful because uh, they can they still gonna lie, of course. Like they're continuing their lies, and yes, for me, uh, my message to the media party is either you straight up be honest, stop lying, or you're gonna continue lying. The people will more people gonna lose their trust on you. Then what? Then you're gonna get defunded and totally closed down. So you're gonna have to choose because because as of right now you need to choose. If you're gonna continue with your lives or you're gonna be straight up before it's too late. Before it's absolutely too late. Because I'm pretty much sure I'm pretty much you're gonna go quiet and whining, regretting what you've done. Like, gee, when you just be straight up, be real, like, be honest to the people, because I can tell you, if you make more, if you continue, if you make more lies, the more people gonna wake up to this. Which is gonna be too bad for you guys, because here is the most absolutely thing here. We're gonna continue with this whole lies, then I don't really know what to say. Yes. So hold on. So if you can actually think who's one of the who's one of the prominent person that they're blaming out. Well, you guess it right. No one else but President Donald J. Trump. Of course. Because uh, imagine, I would totally, right now, totally encourage you, close up your eyes, imagine that you're working in, you know, you're in the, you're working in any MSM network, and you see, and you like, you like putting out tons of lies every day, then you suddenly wake up that the people are losing the already lost their trust on you. And imagine also all of the consequences that will be all of the consequences that you will be having to face. Imagine those. Look, close your eyes. Imagine those. Yes. Yes. Recording for itself. So now open up your eyes. So that as you imagine it correctly, but that's the basic thing that you imagine are so correct. You imagine it correctly because now you know the consequences that one day, and they really brought it themselves. So, yes, they really brought it upon themselves. Yeah, I'm not surprised with it. Not at all.
A new survey out by a PR and lobbying company called Edelman shows trust in the media and indeed all establishment institutions is plummeting. Half of Canadians simply don't believe a word the media says. But look at this headline in the Toronto Star about it. Epidemic of misinformation is eroding trust in institutions and media, finds a new survey. Just stop there. I mean, that's your whole story right there. The poll shows that people don't trust the media, and the headline in Canada's largest newspaper is it's the people who are wrong. It's misinformation that causes people not to trust us. They would never for a second even think that they weren't trustworthy. No, 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 it's misinformation. And they threw in that word epidemic because why not? I mean, people seem to get scared when you say pandemic these days, but that would be too on the nose to say pandemic, so let's just call it an epidemic. So people don't trust the media, and the media knows why. They don't have to engage in any introspection. The people are stupid and gullible. That's why they don't trust the media. Otherwise, for sure, they'd trust the media. And their distrust of the media is not based on any good reasons. It's like a sickness. It's like an epidemic, really. They need to be cured of it because obviously the media hasn't done anything to warrant being distrusted. Yeah, even if this headline shows exactly, it just, the headline alone, you don't have to read anymore. It shows exactly why the media is so distrusted, isn't it? Information bankruptcy was the rather bleak assessment offered this week by Lisa Kimmel, Chair and CEO of Edelman Canada, on the findings of the communication firm's 2021 Trust Barometer. Isn't that funny again? We are in an actual bankruptcy in Canada. Trudeau's racking up a debt to equal every other debt every previous prime minister ever incurred combined, including to build the railway and fight 2 world wars. But it's an information bankruptcy that they want to talk about. Never say Trudeau is making us financially bankrupt. In Canada, trust in business rose to 61% in May 2020, but has since declined to 56%. Trust in government shot to 70% in May from 50% and has since declined to 59%. And trust in the media sits at 54%, down from 58% last spring. So at the beginning of the pandemic, people looked to the institutions, to the government and the media for help, and they realized that the government and the media were of no help and couldn't be trusted and were pretty much just in it for themselves. I'd say that's not a misinformation pandemic. I'd say people are actually pretty perceptive.
Well, there you go. There you go, folks. If you can really imagine that, really imagine it. Yes. If you can really imagine how the people really this like if you can really imagine how much the people that like how much the people doesn't trust the media party. There's a lot of it. And with their continuation of lying, they're just gonna practically putting out more putting out more greater risk to themselves. Yes. Because pretty much sure They're just risking of losing more weightings. Then guess what? Once they lose more weight and if they lose more huge amount of weightings, then the readings are gonna go down to the trash. See, because like they lie. Like, practically here, they don't point out real truth, especially when they uh, if you can make an example of what the Huffington Post said about Alice Kelly. They went on saying, "Oh, white privilege." They even went that far, saying, putting out white privilege in their article. And well, you can imagine that how much crazy it is just for basically just in the most basically here the uh, they put out all sort of yes all sort of lies. As if you can really imagine that. What a shame. So here's the most another thing here. Uh Trudeau, like Sleepy Joe Biden and Trudeau's kind of the same when you think about it. They both hide. But if you kind of take Trudeau, yes, Trudeau is literally hiding everywhere, while Sleepy Joe Biden is, hiding in his bunker basement. If you can imagine it, imagine having the kind of leader, imagine it, if you're American or Canadian, imagine it, if you can imagine of you, like imagine, if you can imagine it, that if even though you're American, yes, it's either Canadian or American. Like imagine having that kind of leader sitting out in the most highest seat. Imagine that. Don't you think that's kind of disgraceful? And I even go on and wondering uh, why that guy talking about sleepy Joe Biden, like, why the hell he managed to, still from President Trump because uh, basically And I'm also basically in here, folks. Yes, the most absolute basic basic thing here. Uh, in my own perception, Trudeau must go, Biden must go. Also, this another thing. If you can remember this, it's been like Biden hasn't hold out any press a single press conference. Like his own like, he hasn't put out his own press conference. Like he didn't even do that when in the first 50 days of his office. Well, I'm such an idiot. If you can, if you compare the press conference, all of the press conferences that President Trump had during his first 100 days in office, and now compare it with Sleepy Joe Biden. The result, Sleepy Joe Biden hasn't hold out, yeah, hasn't hold out any press conferences at all. Like, and he's not, and Skype is also avoiding questions from the media. From the, like he's actually avoiding questions, not answering questions. So I even wonder to you guys, say, why do you think even think that that guy is a bear, will be a that guy will be a better president than President Donald J. Trump? Are you really insane? Are you really that damn that you really lose your mind? No, seriously, honestly, so serious about it. What's that?
We're here with our party hat.
As if you can really imagine that. Eh? Now, uh, let's go back to the topic. So, as if you can imagine this, that how the left is going on full force with, yes, particularly the most particularly thing is that uh, Pentagon is overreacting, like reacting too much, especially these freaking woke generals. That's how they do. And I can tell you, not the first time that, you know, as you can remember how Pepsi went ahead and, you know, put on trying to basically attack Arson for mispronouncing Kamala Harris' name. That's how crazy it is. Yeah, and by the way, go ahead with boycotting Coca-Cola. But anyways, uh, so I have this button here, so if you want one, just please let me know how many you want, and I will leave it to you. But you can also pay it up, and you can also do the transaction in person. But yes, so folks, we'll tell you right now, please don't forget to make a donation at gf.me/u/cgkyhk or at paypal.com/paypalme/422. And if you really like all of the work that I do here, please don't forget to show your generous support at patreon.com/Villamor. All of the donations that I'm gonna I will yeah, all of the donations that you're gonna be making will be truly appreciated. Yes, I mean, like I said, I am an independent commentator, independent citizen journalist. By meaning, I rely on you guys to get me going. But anyways, look at this.
So we've got new hairstyles and maternity flight suits. Pregnant women are going to fight our wars.
I understand some comments were made yesterday, and I watched the clip that Mr. Carlson produced as he referred to pregnant women in the military. I'll remind everyone that his opinion, which he has a right to, is based off of actually 0 days of service in the armed forces.
Today, the Department of Defense launched a large and coordinated public relations offensive against this show. Pentagon brass issued hostile statements. People in uniform sent out videos on social media. The DoD even issued a news release attacking us. Press Secretary smites Fox News host.
Well, I know Fox News is asshole, my friends, and I'm not that stoked with Tucker Carlson just in general. I don't like how he dropped the Hunter Biden situation. It's almost like he got cucked over that. But when the dude's on, the dude is on. You gotta give credit where credit's due. Tucker Carlson coming hard out against the Pentagon. If you're not paying attention, the Pentagon, Joe Biden's Pentagon, is running around telling everybody how great it is because they got new standards for the type of rouge, haircuts, and high heels that you can wear when you're fighting on the front lines. And on top of all that, everybody, maternity clothing, right? We've got jumpsuits out there for the baby bump because, of course, nothing's more important than making sure that these women on the front line have their baby bump. I don't know, protected? They've got Kevlar for fucking tits and baby bumps at this point. Like, we're going to put women on the front line while they're pregnant. Are you fucking stupid? Anyway, this is what the Pentagon's running around. This is what Joe Biden's running around telling everybody because, of course, welcome to the new woke military, the lean, mean, woke machine. Tucker them with double barrels, and, of course, the Pentagon then comes out and says, stop it, man! Stop.
Well, uh, here's the most thing here before. I'm gonna be putting out some more little segments here before totally end this. So, yes, uh, if you can imagine how this woke madness has spread around, and just imagine it, how freaking crazy it is. As you already know that many frontline doctors and nurses that are so afraid to speak out. Why? Because government, because they know that if they speak out, the government gonna go after them, try to, take their license away. Basically a pure intimidation. Because they don't want real truths to come out, so that's why I'm pretty much sure. And here's the most absolute phenomenal thing here. Basically, if you can imagine how the Democrats are, you know, how they do things, like how they pretty much sure yes, but here's what I can tell you about Democrats. They support anti-fem BLM, of course. They're they're mass Marxist, they're anti-Christians. What else? And you have a and they're anti-Semite. Remember, remember, Elon Omar. Well, how uh, remember this when Elon Omar made some very anti-Semitic comments. Guess what the Democrats did? Like they were just silent. They even didn't pay attention to it. Like imagine it. But when you attack someone like Elon Omar, the media will go and say, "Oh, shh, you're Islamophobe. You can you cannot attack Elon Omar because he's the most prominent oppressed marginalized person there. So if why you just shut the fuck up, or else we're gonna destroy your life." That's it. That's how they do it, folks. There's nothing new with it. Absolutely not. And by the way, I have some tutors here, so if you want one, please come and get one. So, yes. That's it for today. So, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for paying attention to this Sunday edition. Yes, the usual Sunday edition of my show, Asseylum Justin Villamor show. And today is my birthday, yes. So, I'm very happy to kind of host, to get a chance to host my show, yes, to be able to put out my show for today during my, especially the day of my birthday. So I'm really grateful with it. So uh thanks for paying attention, thanks for paying attention. Yep, thanks for tuning in and thanks for paying attention. Yes, so and also thanks for hanging out. So see you guys tomorrow then. So as of right now, alright. Alright.